Why do I sound so quiet?
Well, it's because your boobs act as a natural kind of sound deafening device. So you need to speak up much louder to overcome the power of your own bosom, as it were. Yes, your bosom is quite impressive. I'm sure the viewers are enjoying their.
That's horrible.
Well, you have to say something, right?
I have video of this.
Oh shit, we're recording!
Yes, that's what makes it fantastic. Oh my god, you just realized this now?
Shit!
And here we go. It's a genre conversation, the conversation amongst friends on films and their genre.
Music.
It's still going, yeah.
Yes, turn it out.
No, it's Foreigner. It can't be turned out.
You have this for the entire episode.
Only for the first little bit.
We can only handle so much.
Well, there's only so much Foreigner that can go around.
We can't compete with this the whole time we're live, man. Turn it the fuck off. We're recording.
It's only coming out of your headphones, though.
Dude.
Yeah, the only thing that I'm hearing is coming out of Michael's head.
Yeah, it's coming out of your headphones. It's fine.
Basically, Michael's taking all the heat for us. It's great.
It's good. Yeah.
It's good fun.
Yeah.
Turn it off.
Anyways.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Anyways, after I forgot the face test there.
One.
Okay.
You
Anyways,
didn't actually hit the desk. That doesn't count. We should see blood, just like Bambi too.
Bambi too.
Clover and Bambi. Woo!
So are we actually
Ricky
gonna rickroll these people with this music for the
we're
entire
gonna start-
hour?
No, it's only going for the first 4 minutes.
Why the first 4
Or
minutes?
actually 2.5, I guess.
Do you
but-
even have legal permission to use this song? Are you paying royalties?
No, but Foreigner is okay with it because it's Foreigner. If it was
I can't
anybody
hear
else-
you, but it sounds like you just said I stole it.
Michael, you gotta do this. You gotta do this.
I have to do what?
Just, you can hear me now, can you?
Tender
No.
caress of the... I just wish I could slow it down and just play some seductive music.
Why is this intro so fucking long?
Maybe I should trim it later.
Yeah, turn it now.
We'll get
Yeah,
around to it.
I'll trim it later. Anyways, yeah, we're back after a month hiatus. Michael, how were exams?
I still can't hear you.
I'm totally not editing this out. I'm leaving this in.
No, you should edit this out, dude. What the fuck?
Are you kidding me? This is the only reason
You
why
haven't
I'm
even done your
gonna
intro because I cut you off, and because I can't hear you over this damn track.
Okay,
Okay,
it's
ignore-
almost over.
ignore
look,
Michael.
Look at it. It's almost over. It's almost over.
Are you going to be a
hang out.
success now?
Hang out.
Are you going to be a
Hang out.
success,
Wait,
Tom?
Wait for it. Now it's
Oh,
over.
thank
I apologize
Jesus.
if
Can you
you're
hear me now,
still
Michael?
watching
Can you
this.
hear that? Can you hear it now, Michael?
No,
Can you hear me
actually,
now?
I'm
Okay.
kind of temporarily deaf after that.
are you being serious or just being a jackass?
No, I'm actually being partially serious. I can kind of hear you now, though.
Okay,
Okay.
good. Anyways, how are exams, Michael?
Ugh.
Yeah.
Well, I passed calculus, so that's good.
Yay!
Apart from that, it was human suffering and plague and death and all those lovely things that we generally associate with exams.
Exciting. How was recovery, Caitlin?
We're
Now that
good.
you're here in studio,
Yeah, hi.
live.
Well, not that you've never seen me before, so hi.
By the way,
So
too,
that's
Caitlin-
what you look like.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah. By the way, too, Caitlin no longer feels like being called Kasen for the podcast, so now it's just Caitlin.
So,
And
but
now
I'm,
everyone
I'm
will
still
be
going to be
not
writing
gender
under that
confused.
name, so just
Yeah, and so this way I also won't screw up like every episode.
the only name
Someone
Tom.
has to.
Ironically, the only name Tom screws up, whereas I screw up every other name in existence.
Yeah, that's this is a running theme within our show. Don't worry.
But anyway, I have a battle.
Our show has themes.
I have a battle.
running.
We're okay.
Themes. Michael tries to come up with the most ridiculous sequels in the history of ever and mention them on air. Ricky.
Yeah, did you look that up? I'm sorry. You should have looked that up.
I haven't looked it up yet.
Don't.
I was like one of
Angry
these days.
video game nerd. that
One of these
review
days we
that.
have to review Simon Says, the Dennis Rodman movie.
That sounds like crap because you just said Dennis Rodman.
Dennis Rodman.
Zam.
Zambi.
No.
Just so we're clear, he is the slightly unusual black man with the blonde hair. Correct?
He's the one that's friends with Kim Jong-un,
Who?
the leader of North Korea. He's the one that's friends with the leader of North Korea.
Well, that's kind of impressive, but that doesn't really help me much. North Korea.
Yeah,
kind
he's
of
the
doesn't
one with the
like all
blonde
that
hair
publicity.
and the many piercings. Yeah, that's the one.
Okay, that makes sense. I could have just said the demolition guy, but
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
That's the guy.
well, I feel kind of racist, but I don't know that many black people with blonde hair, so it seemed like a good description.
Maybe you could count the entire cast of Meteor Man. I was like,
I haven't even heard of that.
You've never heard of that movie?
Wait, why haven't you done the introduction yet?
I've done the introduction.
No, you haven't. You got
This is like
cut off.
10 minutes in!
I did it. No, I did it.
You were cut off. You said, and we're back. And I said, shut the hell up and
okay,
turn the
fine,
music
fine,
down.
fine. And here we go. It's a genre conversation. Happy now, Michael?
Yes.
Okay, good.
round 2.
Anyways, this week we are looking at what?
You didn't introduce us.
I did introduce you, Michael.
Now we're just delaying time.
Michael, you're just pissing me off now.
Well, someone has to.
Okay, anyways, this week we're looking at romantic epics. The films we have are
Boring.
Titanic.
Pride and Prejudice.
Boring. That's probably an adequate title for that.
It's because you're men.
And out of
No, it's
Africa.
because it's just, and maybe I'll finally get to watch Out of Africa.
That's not how the song goes at all.
That's how my version of the song goes.
Do you have royalty permissions to sing from that song?
No, but Directors Club does. Anyways, yeah, so this week we're looking at romantic epics. It was an interesting week trying to sit through some of these films.
They were great. They were good fun.
Oh my god, this week felt like dying.
Well, only because we
We're
were
gonna see.
originally going to record
Yeah.
the podcast earlier, but
Last
Michael
week.
didn't watch the movies.
Well,
I was busy.
Michael got sick too. You're feeling
No
better.
excuses.
Much better. Yeah, I mean, Caitlin had like shoulder surgery, and she's like, "No, I'm gonna fight through it. I'm tough." She did.
Yeah, I don't know how you
It's
fought
a
through
summer
the shoulder surgery and the movies. Like, just one was enough for me.
Swimmers fight through anything. Distance swimmers, you fight through anything.
And
Full
considering
life.
Screw the
pregnancy.
50. Anyways, yeah. So let's jump right into love and other stuff for this week.
Drop it.
Yeah. So for this week for love and other stuff, I have two things. Michael, do you have anything?
Is that an email from Match.com?
Yes, it is. Do you have anything? I couldn't get them to delete. I couldn't get them to like unsubscribe.
Interesting.
Yeah, I
That's
couldn't
what-
get them to.
He has
I
to
ca-
find Thomas on
Tom's
Match.com.
lonely.
He's single.
Yeah, single and ready to mingle. Oh yeah.
Oh,
His
yeah.
username is Hot Sailor Boy.
Surrounded by semen and barnacles.
Well, someone has to be. I looked at Atelier Escha this week, which I'm pretty sure no one has heard of because
is
it's a video game and it's obscure. But that's
Was
what I
it
do.
good?
Yeah, it's actually a lot of fun. It's a very strange game because instead of you going out and killing things all the game, you go out and kill things for a third of the game, and the rest of the game you're trying to basically run and build up your own synthesis shop.
That's cool.
So yeah, it's very different. It's very different. It's,
you have
it's
to
a
send
lot
me.
of fun.
You have to send me the spelling of the title so I can put it in the description for this episode
I will do that.
because I have
No one
idea.
will be able to pronounce to spell this title without having seen it.
It sounds like it. So anything? What else? Like how? On like a scale of 1 to 10, how good was the game?
That's kind of tough. Let's say about an 8. It's definitely the most accessible of the Atelier series, which goes back for so long it will surprise you haven't heard of it. It's like 15 years now.
Really?
Yeah, it's long. But it's the most accessible. It's partially the most fun. I found the characters were a bit dry, but those they weren't in the last setting, but they are in this setting. It's kind of a setting reboot. But it's fun. The battles are a bit broken near the end, so about 7, 8.
It's just broke. Just broke, dog.
Well-
is it like an indie game or is it? Like,
No, it's actually a full studio production by Gust. They do a lot
Really?
of kind of JRPG titles.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting. I've never heard of that company, so I'll have to go look it up. Would you recommend it to like people who are like really terrible and don't actually play any video games like me, or is it like a gamer's game?
Actually, it's pretty accessible to get into it. I think, there's not a high learning curve. You don't require like really fast reflexes. It's kind of take it at your own pace. Yeah, I'd recommend it.
All right, I definitely will check that out. Anything else you want to say about the game, or you got?
That's kind of the snippet summary. It's a lot of fun, although I think I'm on the final boss, which surprised me. I got there a bit too soon. And the final boss is kind of broken, so he gets like 8 turns to your 1.
God,
Yes.
why?
I think it was to make me suffer, and because most of his attacks didn't really hurt me very much. I went in there with like a level 50 party, and
Just
it ended up taking
hate
too
him.
long, and I got bored.
okay, so you haven't finished.
Well, I basically had most of the items to do it, but I'm like, if I'm really going to kill this guy quickly, I need a few more of the really powerful bombs, yada yada. and I just don't feel like grinding right now. So
That sounds good. Michael, by the way, is a very big video game guy. He's currently making his own video game for Blue Blue Studios.
yes,
How is the game production going, by the way?
we've actually done a big change in our production schedule. Our game is taking too long, so we're putting it on the back burner. It's not canceled, but we're looking at creating something much smaller. We're thinking Garvon drunkenly stumbling around carrying a cart, and that's just a mini game you play through. And there'll be a few dollars. We'll put that up because we need something we can get done in about 4
And
months.
then
Get some capital.
investors and that.
Yeah.
All that stuff. Exciting.
Good idea.
Very exciting. Caitlin, do you have
Hi.
anything for Love and Letter stuff this week? Or I know you went and saw Maleficent.
Oh,
But you were-
I
you
love
un-
that movie.
You, unlike
Apparently
everybody
it
else,
causes orgasms.
you.
Hey!
No,
You
but
do not know that.
Unlike anyone.
Well,
It's too much information.
I've heard things from the theaters.
You, unlike everyone else in the entire world, seem to like that movie.
I love that movie.
Can you tell us why everyone else is wrong?
Well, because they are. I'm right, and I'm all that matters. No, but
And this is why you're a critic, because I say so.
because I say so. God damn it! No, I'm
So
a
help
huge
me.
fan of Sleeping Beauty. It's my favorite Disney princess movie because I really love Aurora.
Is it because she's blonde?
I was a princess once.
Yeah, because my sister's Cinderella. I'm Aurora. Makes sense, right?
What's Fred then?
Fred doesn't fit in.
He's the frog.
He was Tiana.
He's
Nobody liked
the
Tiana. Anyway, I just liked the creativity of it. It was just a different take. It was kind of, for any of you who are Wizard of Oz fans, and you saw Wizard of Oz and then you see Wicked, which is that Broadway.
It's basically the same
Wicked.
thing.
It's the same idea where they
Define it.
take a different, it's the same storyline, but they make the bad guy the good guy, even though they're still the bad guy, and that's kind of the same thing with this film. And I thought Angelina Jolie did a really good job of this. It was perfect. It was really well done. I quite like this movie.
I would actually like to see more games like that.
Really like go back, like
Throwback.
so you
and-
want like a Zelda or something where like they go back and like play it from a different character's perspective.
Yeah.
yeah.
Or the villain. Like, you imagine Zelda from Ganon's perspective?
That would be
That'd
really
trippy.
cool.
That'd
Yeah.
be so much fun.
Yeah.
How about
well-
Gravity from Gravity's perspective? That could also be really entertaining.
So basically,
Gravity from Neil deGrasse Tyson's perspective. Why is this movie so scientifically wrong?
That would be funny too.
I don't know. I lost my notes there.
best
Okay.
way to describe this movie is take another James Cameron film. Take Avatar's beautiful graphics, throw it in with Angelina Jolie and a good story, and it's actually a good story. It's not like Avatar's.
You should emphasize the good story part.
Yeah, it's a good story.
Like,
We
that
only got
still sounds like Avatar.
It's not Avatar. It's not Avatar. I didn't like Avatar.
I did hear that the production design values for Maleficent were like through the roof. Like they were saying it was really like the production design was really good.
I would.
and the
It
art
definitely
design.
was, and I thought it was worth seeing. So
Costuming, yeah, all the good
no,
stuff.
it was great. I'd go see it. It was good fun.
I was costuming once,
Really?
but then I died.
That sounds fun.
My only
I got
complaint
better.
with the movie thus far is I don't know her name, but the girl who played Aurora, her eyebrows were too dark.
Ellie
Tiffany
Fanning.
Blonde. Yeah, her Dakota
Her
Fanning's sister.
eyebrows were too dark.
Well, no, if you're going to be a blonde, you can't have
Oh,
black
yeah,
eyebrows.
true,
That's
true.
not going to work.
But what if she was obviously not a true blonde?
Well, it was obvious she wasn't a true blonde because she had black eyebrows
But
and
what
a
if that
blonde
was
wig.
intentional?
Well, then I would go to the makeup artist and be like, what the hell is wrong
What
with
if
you?
all the downvotes are actually like upvotes, but people click the wrong
No,
things?
but like, what if Aurora was intentionally had dyed her hair, and they're making a statement about
Is this like
about her
conspiracy
without-
Keanu right here? Like,
No,
conspiracy Michael.
Conspiracy. Well,
They still could.
I guess like if it turned out that Keanu Reeves could really act all this time and he's just been trolling us, that would be a conspiracy. I'm a terrible person. I apologize.
Keanu is a great facial actor. He's a great
Facial actor.
great voice actor. And he's a great body language actor. But he can only do one at a time. Can't do the other three. And whichever one he is doing, the other
What
two are
have you been
terrible.
doing with him?
Oh yeah. No, but I'm dead serious. Like that is like he is good at one thing. In every movie, he's good at one thing, and everything else is just bad. That's why he's bad at it.
I have a counter argument to that, and that is Freaked.
Whoa.
Okay.
Just to say whoa a lot.
And we are desperately off track.
We always get off track. Off track is
That's
good.
what we do.
Yeah, so anything else that you liked in the film, didn't like? I keep hearing everybody say it's really, really dark. Is that like a thing. Like
Dark how?
the main complaint behind Maleficent was that it was too dark.
Dark.
No,
how?
I would argue that Sleeping Beauty, the cartoon,
Yeah,
more
it is
dark
pretty
than
dark.
this movie. I'd argue like the real Maleficent from the original movie was more dark than this movie, but Maleficent is
On what
supposed to be.
basis?
She's supposed to be a dark character. Like if it wasn't a dark movie, it wouldn't have been the movie that it was, because we're supposed to take it from her perspective. And if it was all happy, joyful, blah blah blah, it wouldn't have had the same effect.
No, but
So
that's...
I wouldn't argue or say it's as dark as people say it was, but it needed to be that way for it to work, in my view.
So you're saying that people saying it's dark is really a misinterpretation of how they remember Sleeping Beauty to begin with.
Yeah, because if you haven't seen the original Sleeping Beauty or don't know the story, seeing this movie is going to be just one piece of the two. Because there's references from all over the place that you could pick up on. And like the costume design, it's evident that it was taken from the original Maleficent. The Crow was taken from...
The Crow.
The only thing that I
the
thought
Crow
was...
taken from the Crow.
Well, I would...
Yes,
Crow and
and
the Crow.
perches on Maleficent's shoulder the whole movie.
Well, no.
Like, really good quotes.
The one thing that I was telling Annika, because I saw this with my sister on the way home, is I wish she would have said my pet, because that was one thing from the original film that I thought was very distinctive as
My
a character.
precious.
Well, not precious, but she'd go like my pet.
Oh, I'm disappointed
Insert
it wasn't
Crow
really
here,
The real
but-
Crow from the Crow. That's disappointing.
But no, all Annika was saying was the Crow is hot. I don't know who his actor was, but we found out he was Annika.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I know, it's surprising. But my sister. But
Young Annika.
young Annika.
Your sister acted as the Crow?
No.
That was really
Well, it would make
confusing.
sense why she's so
The Crow-
attracted to herself.
Now.
It's like I have a question. Is the movie The Crow, is it actually any good, or is it like brutal? Like I thought it was.
How can I say this?
Like, because it's mostly brutal, but it just has a cult following.
I'm sorry, but what I say is probably gonna offend everyone out there who identifies as alternate lifestyle. But if you ever made a movie that would, like, a hero character for emo people, that would be The Crow.
What about like The Crow 3, the one with like Miles Davis? And he was
I'm
like,
pretty
"Yeah,
sure
go
that doesn't
away."
exist.
That's like one of the
I
greatest
have
things.
no idea what they're talking about, so I'm just going to sit here and look cute.
The Crow is, well, it's pretty dark. It's about a guy who dies and comes back from the dead, and essentially takes revenge on all the people who killed
him
him.
and his.
And he goes around wearing
fiancé.
tight leather outfits
Yeah.
and being
It's
very
Leather,
emo.
ooh, kinky.
Very dark. Very dark.
So it's like Underworld.
A little bit.
Kinky.
Probably.
A little
love
bit,
Underworld.
A little bit.
It's violent. I don't know if y'all like the movie or not. I would just do like I would do like a 5 or 10 minute clip.
Because I was
Because
watching
if you
it.
like the clip, you'll like the movie.
Because after watching the first one, I was like, how does this movie have a cult following? This movie is not good. And then.
But you've made a big mistake in your analysis. Movies don't need to be good to have cult followings.
But it's not even so bad, it's good. Like The Room or Troll
Movies
2.
don't need to have cult followings to be good.
No, they
Yeah,
do.
they don't.
I don't know, I just thought I'd take that in reverse because why not?
Because why not? Yeah, so is that pretty
Well,
much
no. I mean, if that movie really resonates with a certain group of people, it's going to have a cult following. That's my laptop time meets die.
Thank you, laptop, for being so polite.
You didn't stop the recording.
No, it's still going.
Okay, great. I'm still here.
Stop moving
at the camera.
Stop. Okay.
No,
Yeah, I'm done.
You're done? Okay.
I got it.
So that
Go
was
watch the movie.
that was Maleficent. You were a big fan of it. I saw two things in theaters. I went on a big romantic comedy kick, but I don't want to talk about any of those. I saw two things in theaters. I had a chance to go see Fault in Our Stars on the day it was released.
You stand in
So
line?
I paid the extra $5 to go see that. I didn't realize it was going to be that expensive. I didn't realize it was going to be the super ticket, so it was actually a lot more expensive.
A
than it
whole
was.
extra $5.
Tom
It
goes
was
alone,
literally-
so go. As we said before, go to his match page. You can go see movies with him.
Has your laptop gone to sleep?
No, it's still going. It's still going.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
It's still going.
That means camera's going.
Ah.
Green light. Yeah. No.
I like how you just pointed to the camera in the middle of our shoot.
Yeah, it
It's
was
very professional.
Like normally it's $12. It was like $17
Ow!
because it was a special.
That's what
It
she
was a
said.
special Friday screening of
Screening?
Yeah, Friday screening of
Friday
The Fault in Our
screening?
Stars. It's a screening of The Fault in Our Stars,
With a
in which
light.
I could pay an extra $5 and get a poster and the thing. Yeah, so it was
You get a poster of Charlotte's Web
no.
because that would be random but awesome.
love
I would be
Charlotte's
pretty
Web.
intense. I would be pretty up for that actually. No, so
It helps.
so
it
I
helps
and
describe how it's screening.
So I and every 16-year-old girl in the city that cut class to go see this thing saw The Fault in Our Stars. I don't know. It's okay. Like, as a movie, The issue is like I know a lot of people love John Green.
He's a pretty big YouTuber
Who?
himself.
He's a pretty John Green. He does the Vlog Brothers
Vlog
Nerd
Brothers.
Fighter thing.
Never heard of him.
He wrote the novel Fault in Our Stars. He's a very, very big writer. He's not a very good writer. This movie is pretty poorly written. Like it is.
Is he not a good writer, or do you just not like him?
No, he's just not a good writer. He is a poor writer.
I haven't read the book or seen the movie, so I can't.
I mean,
I
like-
can't defend any
Okay.
of you out there. I'm sorry.
Okay,
I haven't either.
I mean, it's mostly one of the things like that. Why most YA novels are poorly written. They just have large followings,
Yeah, that's true.
right? And it's kind of another one of those. It's not. It's more about what it's trying to say than actually the writing itself. So this movie doesn't work at all, except for the fact that the two actors, lead actors, Shailene Woodley and I can't remember the dude's name. I think it's like something.
I wouldn't be able to remember either of their
that's-
names.
Shailene Woodley though, she her and her
Woodley.
yeah Woodley her and her co-star they're excellent. They're both super charming. Like without them the movie doesn't work at all. Like and the movie obviously has some like kind of stylistic touches that I kind of like, but like those two basically sell the whole thing. If they weren't in this film, I would have probably like been like, well, that was the biggest piece of crap I've ever seen.
So it sounds like you're saying it's better than Twilight.
Oh, it's much better than Twilight. I mean, it's better than the first Hunger Games movie. And but
You're gonna get some flack for that one.
I mean, it's funny because this summer has been kind of like all over the place in terms of actual box office releases. That this is the best movie I've seen all summer, like in mainstream theaters all summer.
All over the place or dismal?
Pretty much dismal. But
All over the
I mean,
place implies there can be good
I haven't
ones.
seen Maleficent yet, but
Go see it.
I will try. Yeah, so I saw that movie. It was okay. I mean, I wasn't moved to tears, but yeah.
Were you
It was-
supposed to be?
Yeah, every other person in the theater was crying.
Every 16-year-old girl
Yeah,
who's
you
there.
cut class to go see the film at 12
You
o'clock
should
on
have been
Friday.
collecting
Tom was
their
the
tears
only
and selling
person
them
who could be
online.
left in the theater with a bunch of 16-year-old girls and still not manage to find a girlfriend at the
Yeah,
end.
still not managed to walk out.
Yeah. Wait,
Yeah.
it's not legal.
I don't know how old
Shut
are
up,
you?
Michael.
Yeah, you should have had
anyways,
like half the theater with you. Be like,
Yeah.
ladies.
Ladies.
It's
ladies.
okay. I have two shoulders.
I'm Asian.
I'm half Asian. No. Anyways.
Doesn't matter. It's all or nothing.
Oh, God.
Oh my.
Pick
No.
a side.
No. Yeah, so that was the
Why?
Fucking Stars. The other thing is on Saturday, I got a chance to go see Tom Cruise playing the world's greatest video game in The Edge of Tomorrow.
Tom Cruise, enough said.
I died inside.
It was okay. I mean, the
I
movie.
boycott Tom Cruise.
Michael, come on, let me finish the review.
Michael, no.
I mean, Tom Cruise isn't horrible. I like Tom
You
Cruise.
said tight.
Tight Cruise, yeah.
Tight Cruise.
You
Ooh.
Wow.
can't catch me.
Well, we know how you feel about him.
You can't catch me, gay thoughts. No.
Too
You
many
get the
questions,
reference.
not
You get the
references.
reference. Oh god. Okay.
Now you're
It's good
sidetracked.
she understands what I'm saying. No, but so I saw Edge of Tomorrow. The issue I have with this, and this brings up the larger question of why does everything need to be in 3D? Because this movie literally gave me the worst headache I've had in like 2 years. It was awful.
Well, I
It was,
hate 3D because you have to wear glasses upon glasses.
Yeah, like for people with glasses, 3D is awful. No, but it was like so.
3D kills me.
It was so headache inducing. It wasn't adding anything. It was so headache inducing. The film would have been better if it was a $50 million thriller instead of a $178 million action blockbuster. Like, the idea behind it is that he gets to, every day he dies and then he relives the same. It's the Groundhog's Day meets
Yeah.
a video game, right? Except
Not funny.
Groundhog's Day meets the Impossible Game is actually more what it's like. And so it does all these things, and like the best parts of this movie are when he's like, yeah, we've done this before. Like he's like talking when he finally gets to meet Emily Blunt's character, and she's like, I've had this happen, and he's like, we've done this before. This doesn't work. We have to try this. Like those are the best parts of this movie.
So what, he's still playing the one? Because that sounds like what you're telling me.
No, okay. So what happens is he'll screw something up and he'll die, right? And then it'll cut to a different scene and he'll have advanced further and be like, oh, so this must be the first time. It's like, no, we've done this before. Like that kind of idea. Like the conversations that he has with the people is like, we have to do this. No, we can't do this. That's the best parts of this movie. The action is terrible, and so much of it is devoted to action. Like it's just
So in other
frustrating.
words, it's another case where 3D makes the movie worse.
Yeah, 3D. You're paying $5 extra just to make the movie worse. That's pretty much what 3D is. And so I think I gave Fault in Our Stars 3 out of 5, 3.5 out of 5. I think I gave this 2.5 out of 5. So like it would be.
Why would you give it a pass if it gave you one of the worst headaches you've ever had?
Because I like the parts where they were talking.
Unforgivable. You fail.
I'm sorry. I like the parts where they were
No,
talking.
you don't like it that much.
No, I did like it. It was
No.
good. It
How
was
are we
good.
at 25 minutes already?
I have no idea.
Because Tom is good at killing time.
I am very good at wasting time. I've discovered.
That's why we're moving on to our movies for
I'm
today.
not done with the review yet.
You are now.
You are now.
All right.
All in
moving
favor
on
say aye.
To
Aye.
moving on to Africa.